Marketing management is a business discipline which focuses on the practical application of marketing techniques and the management of a firm's marketing resources and activities. Globalization has led firms to market beyond the borders of their home countries, making international marketing highly significant and an integral part of a firm's marketing strategy. Marketing managers are often responsible for influencing the level, timing, and composition of customer demand. Accepted definition of the term. In part, this is because the role of a marketing manager can vary significantly based on a business's size, corporate culture, and industry context. For example, in a large consumer products company, the marketing manager may act as the overall general manager of his or her assigned product. To create an effective, cost-efficient marketing management strategy, firms must possess a detailed, objective understanding of their own business and the market in which they operate. In analyzing these issues, the discipline of marketing management often overlaps with the related discipline of strategic planning. Structure. Marketing management employs various tools from economics and competitive strategy to analyze the industry context in which the firm operates. These include Porter's 5 forces, analysis of strategic groups of competitors, value chain analysis and others. Depending on the industry, the regulatory context may also be important to examine in detail. In competitor analysis, marketers build detailed profiles of each competitor in the market, focusing especially on their relative competitive strengths and weaknesses using SWOT analysis. Marketing managers will examine each competitor's cost structure, sources of profits, resources and competencies, competitive positioning and product differentiation, degree of vertical integration, historical responses to industry developments, and other factors. Marketing management often finds it necessary to invest in research to collect the data required to perform accurate marketing analysis. As such, they often conduct market research to obtain this information. Marketers employ a variety of techniques to conduct market research, but some of the more common include qualitative marketing research, such as focus groups and various types of interviews, quantitative marketing research, such as statistical surveys, experimental techniques such as test markets, observational techniques such as ethnographic observation. Marketing managers may also design and oversee various environmental scanning and competitive intelligence processes to help identify trends and inform the company's marketing analysis. A brand audit is a thorough examination of a brand or unregistered trademark's current position in an industry compared to its competitors and the examination of its effectiveness. When it comes to brand auditing, 5 questions should be carefully examined and assessed. These 5 questions are how well the business unregistered trademark current brand strategy is working, what are the companion unregistered trademark's established resource strengths and weaknesses, what are its external opportunities and threats, how competitive are the business unregistered trademark prices and costs, how strong is the business unregistered trademark competitive position in comparison to its competitors, and what strategic issues are facing the business. Generally, when a business is conducting a brand audit, the main goal is to uncover business unregistered trademark resource strengths, deficiencies, best market opportunities, outside threats, future profitability, and its competitive standing in comparison to existing competitors. A brand audit establishes the strategic elements needed to improve brand position and competitive capabilities within the industry. Once a brand is audited, any business that ends up with a strong financial performance and market position is more likely than not to have a properly conceived and effectively executed brand strategy. A brand audit examines whether a business unregistered trademark share of the market is increasing, decreasing, or stable. It determines if the companion unregistered trademark's margin of profit is improving, decreasing, and how much it is in comparison to the profit margin of established competitors. Additionally, a brand audit investigates trends in a business unregistered trademark net profits, the return on existing investments, and its established economic value. It determines whether or not the business unregistered trademark entire financial strength and credit rating is improving or getting worse. This kind of audit also assesses a business' unregistered trademark image and reputation with its customers. Furthermore, a brand audit seeks to determine whether or not a business is perceived as an industry leader in technology, offering product or service innovations, along with exceptional customer service, among other relevant issues that customers use to decide on a brand of preference. A brand audit usually focuses on a business' unregistered trademark strengths and resource capabilities because these are the elements that enhance its competitiveness. A business' unregistered trademark competitive strengths can exist in several forms. Some of these forms include skilled or pertinent expertise, valuable physical assets, valuable human assets, valuable organizational assets, valuable intangible assets, competitive capabilities, achievements and attributes that position the business into a competitive advantage, and alliances or cooperative ventures. The basic concept of a brand audit is to determine whether a business' unregistered trademark resource strengths are competitive assets or competitive liabilities. This type of audit seeks to ensure that a business maintains a distinctive competence that allows it to build and reinforce its competitive advantage. Unregistered trademark more. A successful brand audit seeks to establish what a business capitalizes on best, its level of expertise, resource strengths, and strongest competitive capabilities, while aiming to identify a business' unregistered trademark position and future performance. Marketing strategy. To achieve the desired objectives, marketers typically identify one or more target customer segments which they intend to pursue. Customer segments are often selected as targets because they score highly on two dimensions. 1. The segment is attractive to serve because it is large, growing, makes frequent purchases, is not price sensitive, or other factors. And 2. The company has the resources and capabilities to compete for the segment's business, can meet their needs better than the competition, and can do so profitably. In fact, a commonly cited definition of marketing is simply meeting needs profitably. The implication of selecting target segments is that the business will subsequently allocate more resources to acquire and retain customers in the target segment, than it will for other, non-targeted customers. In some cases, the firm may go so far as to turn away customers who are not in its target segment. The doorman at a swanky nightclub, for example, may deny entry to unfashionably dressed individuals because the business has made a strategic decision to target the high-fashion segment of nightclub patrons. In conjunction with targeting decisions, marketing managers will identify the desired positioning they want the company, product, or brand to occupy in the target customer's mind. This positioning is often an encapsulation of a key benefit the company's product or service offers that is differentiated and superior to the benefits offered by competitive products. For example, Volvo has traditionally positioned its products in the automobile markets in North America in order to be perceived as the leader in safety, whereas BMW has traditionally positioned its brand to be perceived as the leader in performance. Ideally, a firm's positioning can be maintained over a long period of time because the company possesses, or can develop, some form of sustainable competitive advantage. The positioning should also be sufficiently relevant to the target segment such that it will drive the purchasing behavior of target customers. To sum up, the marketing branch of a company is to deal with the selling and popularity of its products among people and its customers, as the central and eventual goal of a company is customer satisfaction and the return of revenue. Implementation planning. If the company has obtained an adequate understanding of the customer base and its own competitive position in the industry, marketing managers are able to make their own key strategic decisions and develop a marketing strategy designed to maximize the revenues and profits of the firm. The selected strategy may aim for any of a variety of specific objectives, including optimizing short-term unit margins, revenue growth, market share, long-term profitability, or other goals. After the firm's strategic objectives have been identified, the target market selected, and the desired positioning for the company, product or brand has been determined, marketing managers focus on how to best implement the chosen strategy. Traditionally, this has involved implementation planning across the 4 picoseconds offer: product management, pricing, place, and promotion. Now a new P has been added, making it a total of 5 Ps. The fifth P is politics, which affects marketing in a significant way. Taken together, the company's implementation choices across the 4, 5 Ps are often described as the marketing mix, meaning the mix of elements the business will employ to go to market and execute the marketing strategy. The overall goal for the marketing mix is to consistently deliver a compelling value proposition that reinforces the firm's chosen positioning, builds customer loyalty and brand equity among target customers, and achieves the firm's marketing and financial objectives. In many cases, marketing management will develop a marketing plan to specify how the company will execute the chosen strategy and achieve the business objectives. The content of marketing plans varies from firm to firm, but commonly includes an executive summary, situation analysis to summarize facts and insights gained from market research and marketing analysis, the company's mission statement or long-term strategic vision, a statement of the company's key objectives, often subdivided into marketing objectives and financial objectives, the marketing strategy the business has chosen, specifying the target segments to be pursued and the competitive positioning to be achieved. Implementation choices for each element of the marketing mix. PS, project, process, and vendor management. More broadly, marketing managers work to design and improve the effectiveness of core marketing processes, such as new product development, brand management, marketing communications, and pricing. Marketers may employ the tools of business process re-engineering to ensure these processes are properly designed, and use a variety of process management techniques to keep them operating smoothly. Effective execution may require management of both internal resources and a variety of external vendors and service providers, such as the firm's advertising agency. Marketers may therefore coordinate with the company's purchasing department on the procurement of these services. Under the area of marketing agency management are techniques such as agency performance evaluation, scope of work, incentive compensation, RFXs and storage of agency information in a supplier database. Database is a critical thing to manage, but easy to allocate. While vendor allocation having complications to resolve but easy to handle. Reporting, measurement, feedback and control systems. Marketing management employs a variety of metrics to measure progress against objectives. It is the responsibility of marketing managers in the marketing department or elsewhere to ensure that the execution of marketing programs achieves the desired objectives and does so in a cost-efficient manner. Marketing management therefore often makes use of various organizational control systems, such as sales forecasts, sales force and reseller incentive programs, sales force management systems, and customer relationship management tools. Recently, some software vendors have begun using the term marketing operations management, or marketing resource management to describe systems that facilitate an integrated approach for controlling marketing resources. In some cases, these efforts may be linked to various supply chain management systems, such as enterprise resource planning, material requirements planning, efficient consumer response, and inventory management systems. See also, predictive analytics, strategic management, enterprise marketing management, marketing effectiveness, marketing performance measurement and management, marketing resource management. References. Further reading, Lenscold, James D. The Path to Campaign, Customer, and Corporate Profitability by James D. Lenscold. McGraw-Hill Professional. ISBN A0-07-141363-4. Retrieved November 3, 2008. Patterson, Laura. Marketing Metrics in Action, Creating a Performance-Driven Marketing Organization. Raycom Communications. ISBN A1-933199-15-6. Retrieved November 3, 2008. Marcy, R.J. Widener, C.K., as. Organizational Culture, Distribution and Amount of Control, and Perceptions of Quality. Group and Organization Management. doi, 10.1177/1059601195202004002, external links, Marketing at Wikibooks, Marketing Management.